Hello everybody, and it's Redbark here, and I'm reading this story again. This time I'm not getting into detail about the entrance, introduction. I have a sore throat, and I'm still pretty tired. So yeah. So I also read this like already 3 times, so sorry. I also have a cold. Well, I took some nasal spray so I could breathe well and I could talk well. God dang it. Something's in my throat. Anyway, so yep, we're going to read more. I can keep you safe. I can keep you happy. So yeah, we left off at Twilight Rolled Her Eyes. Yeah. Wait, no, that's not where we left off. So yeah. Why don't you just try it? Twilight rolled her eyes and continued to read her notes. Fine, I'll go get something to eat. It seemed like she was the only cool pony around. Every pony else was just boring. Well, that happens when you're the best and coolest pony ever, she thought to herself. You can't compete with this. I got the looks, the athleticism, whatever, the talent, the confidence, and everything else. She stopped and frowned, trying to figure out what she was about to do anyway. You were going to get a snack? Rainbow spun around and startled, sputtering. What? How did you? But I didn't say that out loud, did I? No, it's a new spell I was practicing on today. Before he came barging in, I was practicing a mind-reading spell. I must say, it's nice to know that while you are talking about yourself, you're still thinking about yourself, Rainbow. Twilight was smiling. It was a little obvious that's what she would be thinking about. Anyway, it is Rainbow Dash after all. That seems like a personal privacy issue to me. I say issue, not issue. Sometimes I do. Well, I wasn't expecting any pony till later on. It's going to wear off within a few minutes. I had just finished and was writing down about the spell when you came pounding on the door. By the way, Rainbow, you should stop thinking about yourself so much. I dare say, that's maybe the reason why you crashed. That's maybe the reason you crashed so much. Rainbow blushed. No, of course not. Twilight chuckled. Your lips say no, but your brain is telling me otherwise. She beamed at her rainbow-colored friend. Horse feathers. Twilight chuckled again. Go get something to eat. Applejack will be here shortly. She sulked into the kitchen, grumbling to herself. But soon thought it didn't really matter if Twilight had read her thoughts earlier. All she was doing was thinking the truth. She looked at Twilight over her shoulder and gave her a glance up from her work. Roll her eyes, shake her head before looking back down. That's pretty creepy. This spell better wear off, was now her only thought. Twilight told her when the spell wore off that her thoughts were her own again, and after something to eat, sat down near Twilight and watched her write notes and study the scroll that she got the spell from. When the knocking finally came, Rainbow shouted, "Finally! Some pony who's actually interesting." Twilight just shook her head, being used to this type of talk from her friend, and went to the door. Hi, Applejack. Oh, shoot. Hey, Applejack. Well, howdy, Twilight. And howdy to you, Miss Rainbow Crash. The smirking commenced. Rainbow groaned. Please don't start with that name again. I barely got rid of it after that competition. And how come I keep getting that look? Both of you keep giving it to me. The other mares just chuckled. It's all in good fun, Sugar Cube. We don't mean nothing by it. Rainbow Crash, did she crash into your place now? Why don't you go somewhere where there isn't some pony's place to crash into? Because then no one could get to watch how awesome I am. I'm just giving the ponies a chance to watch the best in action. Is that why you keep crashing? Applejack and Twilight giggled. Holy har har. Whatever. So what are we gonna do? Pull paints on some pony? Truth or dare? Rainbow asked with a wicked grin. Twilight just rolled her eyes. I told you, we're just hanging out. Probably read a book or two, something like that. Said you would try it, so don't whine. Rainbow closed her mouth as she was about to retort. Fine. And she laid down and just thought to herself, this is gonna be the most boring night of my life. Okay, so chapter 1 is down. Shoot. And going to chapter 2, which is things are changing. Yeah. Anyways, the night started off boring for Rainbow Dash. Surprise, surprise. For the other ponies, it was an outstanding night. They just started off sitting around and talking. Of course, this meant just Twilight and Applejack talking, while Rainbow just sat around and skulked. After a while, Twilight decided to be a little sympathetic towards her. I think I've got something that we can all do that you might enjoy too, Rainbow. Just close your eyes, girls. Shoot, check who's there. Both ponies did as they were told and felt Twilight's magical aura around them. It took a couple minutes to stop, but it eventually did. Open your eyes now. Rainbow noticed that the voice didn't seem to be coming from another source, but in her head. She could hear Twilight in her mind through her instead through her ears. She didn't pay too much attention to it, however, because as she opened her eyes, her jaw dropped. But she was in a whole new world, it seemed. The library was gone, and in front of her was something. She couldn't explain it if she tried. Again, Twilight's voice came through her head. It's called a race car. Basically, the circular thing in front of you is a steering wheel. Turning it counterclockwise will cause you to go left. Clockwise will make you go right. There are 2 pedals at your hooves. The one on the right will make you speed up, and the left will make you slow down. The path in front of you girls is a road, quotation marks. Just follow it. How in tarnation did we get here? So it wasn't only Rainbow who was completely at a loss as to what was going on. This is a video game. Mario Kart. It's basically a way to put yourself into another pony's point of view and do things that you couldn't do in your own life. This is a racing game. The idea behind it is that for any pony that's not a Pegasus, you can still race at speeds that would be ridiculous without any help. It's a competition. I know both you girls like competitions. That's why I chose this one. The video is actually something I came up on my own. Wait, the video game is actually something I came up on my own. I want to actually see things in another point of view. With Celestia's help, well, yeah, that's impressive, Twi. But if this is a competition, I'm gonna win. What's the point of this game anyway? Rainbow was eager to get started so that she could win. Inconsiderate as usual, Twilight muttered. The point is to just follow the track. It's pretty simple. Rainbow looked around the race car. There seemed to be a lot more than a wheel and the pedals. But she had never seen anything of the sort. It seemed to be simple enough. All she needed was to steer and be able to go right. Who even needs the pedals on the left? You can't win a race if you slow down. Her attention went to the steering wheel. It took a little bit of ingenuity, but she realized she could put a hoof between the holes in the wheel and the steer. Is everybody ready? You're darn tootin'! After looking around a little more, she could see Twilight in her race car through the window on her left. Wait, what? Hang on, is Twilight in this? I don't think she is. Or did I read it wrong? She could see Twilight in her race car through the window on her left, and likewise Applejack on her right. Looking forward, she could see a red line above her. She leaned forward and grinned. Let's do this. Alright, when the light turns green, that's when you go. And please don't hit any pony, either of you two. Good luck. You're gonna need it, Rainbow. To her right, Applejack winked at her. I could see that in the part where it says romance, hurt, and comfort, Applejack actually likes Rainbow. They don't seem to go together. Earth Pony, back aside. Show off. Counter. How does that go together? Whatever. That's good. After looking around oh yeah. To her right, Applejack winked at her and tipped her steps before concentrating on the light in front of her. Rainbow did the same and placed a hind hoof on the pedal to her right. Racing was what she could do. She was the fastest flower in all of Equestria. It had to be an advantage somehow. There was no way she was going to lose. She focused intently on the light in front of her and breathed a deep breath. Everything went quiet, and she knew it was about to start. Adrenaline rushed through her, and she could feel her heart beat. The wait for the start of the race was always such an intense feeling. To her right, Applejack winked. Oh wait, already read that? As soon as that light turned green, she slammed her hoof down on the pedal, and she was likewise slammed into the seat she was sitting in. The car couldn't go as fast as she could, of course, but it was different. But it was a different type of feeling than flying was. Not as a good feeling, but still excellent. They pulled into the first way she was going. As they pulled into the first way she was going to lose, she focused. I'm confused there. If anyone could live with it, just live with it. Alright, I can't. She focused intently on the light in front of her and... Oh, I read wrong. As she pulled into the first way she was going... She turned... Wait, what the heck? As they pulled into the first... Okay, I was reading it wrong. I was reading the paragraph above. Into the first turn, she noticed both Applejack and Twilight pulled to the inside of the turn and pulled ahead of her. She followed suit and pulled closer to the inside of the curve. Twilight pulled way ahead of the other two, completely surprising for both of the other two ponies. So, how are you winning, Twi? Rainbow's eyes had gone completely wide in surprise. Was that supposed to be offensive, Rainbow? I've had a lot of practice. When you take a turn as tight as you can, it cuts distance you have to travel down substantially. Yeah. Now Rainbow wasn't last. This did not sit her well, and she smugly told herself that she could easily catch up. She was Rainbow Dash after all. We're going to do 50 laps. The green light will turn yellow as you finish the 49th lap, telling you that you have one left to catch up, or keep your lead. Whatever else, it will turn red again as you cross after that. As she finished saying this, they were already finishing the second turn, and Rainbow could see the light ahead of her. She panicked as she realized the laps went a lot faster as she thought it would. She pushed the pedal down. You know what, guys? It's only 15 minutes. She pushed the pedal even further down, but she knew she had to keep control so she didn't crash. She'd already done enough of that while flying, so couldn't press it too far. Well, I'll stop right there. Comment, like, subscribe, however the order goes. I'm out of time. So yeah. Comment, like, favorite, subscribe, whatever. See ya. Bye.